Hey friends, welcome to the Time for Living podcast, your ultimate guide to finding the time you need to crush your business dreams while still having time to live your one beautiful life. I'm your host, Lucy Clark, a devoted boy mum, dedicated business owner and time-finding expert. Say goodbye to the I'm too busy mindset that's holding you back from growing your online business. No more feeling overwhelmed or stuck in the same place year after year. Each week, we'll dive deep into strategies for being intentional with your precious time so you can hit those business goals while still making time for yourself and your family. If you're ready to create more time, get practical tips and prioritize the steps that will make the biggest impact on your business and life, then you're in the right spot. Pop in your earbuds, steal a quiet moment, and let's find time together. Hello, friend. Welcome to another episode of the podcast. This week, I'm diving deep into the real, raw conversations that matter most to my incredible community. Today, I'm doing something a little different. I'm pulling back the curtain and answering your burning questions. Running a business isn't just about strategy and success. It's about the messy, beautiful journey of figuring things out along the way. And who better to navigate that journey than all of us together? Every single question that lands in my inbox is a reminder that we're not alone in this entrepreneurial adventure. I love all these questions because they're like sitting down with my best friend, tea in hand and just getting real about the challenges, dreams, and wild ride of building something that lights you up. Whether you're feeling overwhelmed, stuck, or just need a little dose of inspiration, this episode is for you. I'm going to tackle the questions that keep you up at night, break down the barriers that feel impossible, and remind you that you are so much more capable than you realize. So grab your favorite drink, find a cozy spot, and let's get into some real talk from our amazing community. Are you ready? Let's go. The first question is from Desi. Her question is, hey, I'm totally drowning. How do I actually manage everything without just time blocking? I've got 2 businesses and 2 wild kiddos, and I'm desperate to make money, but also not lose my mind. Any real world tips? Hey, Desi. I hear you loud and clear. 2 businesses, 2 little ones, and a desire to not just survive, but thrive. When I hear this question, I hear that you're not just asking how to manage your time. You're asking how to design a life where you're present for the things that matter most. So let's dive into this together, because efficiency isn't just about doing more. It's about doing what matters most. I think we first have to talk about prioritization. You've got a lot on your plate, so it's time to get crystal clear on what really moves the needle in your business and your life. I love using the Eisenhower matrix for this. It's simple. Divide your tasks into 4 quadrants: urgent and important, important but not urgent, urgent but not important, and neither. Focus most of your energy on the first 2. That's where the growth happens. And for the tasks that aren't important, delegate or eliminate them without guilt. Next up, I know you have time blocking dialed, but on a similar vein, theme-based scheduling works, which is a game changer when you're juggling different roles. Assign specific days or parts of your days to specific types of work. For example, maybe Mondays are for marketing, Tuesdays for client work, mornings are for deep focus, while afternoons are for meetings or admin. This reduces decision fatigue and keeps you in the right mindset for each task. Now let's tackle the family side of things, because I know how easy it is to feel pulled in every direction. Set boundaries, and I mean real ones. Communicate with your family when you're working, and communicate with your family when you're not. You can use visual cues like a closed door or even a simple sign to signal when you're on or off. And remember, boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about saying yes to what matters most. Speaking of family, let's flip the script on quality time. It doesn't have to be hours of long outings. Sometimes it's just about being fully present in the small moments. Try micro moments, a quick walk after lunch, playing without distractions, or even a 10-minute dance party in the kitchen. These little bursts of connection add up in big ways. Now let's talk about systems, because efficiency loves structure. Automate what you can, whether it's scheduling social media posts, setting up reoccurring bill payments, or using tools like Trello or Asana to keep your tasks organized. For your home life, create routines that everyone can follow, like meal prepping on Sundays or having a set bedtime routine for the kids. And lastly, one thing I can't stress enough is buffer time. Life happens, kids get sick, clients have emergencies, and if every minute of your day is packed, there's no room to breathe. Build in buffers between tasks so you can handle the unexpected without derailing your entire day. Finally, and this is my favorite tip, embrace imperfect action. You don't have to do everything perfectly to make progress. Some days will be messy, some weeks will feel unbalanced, and that's okay, Desi. What matters is that you keep showing up with intention. I hope that gives you a little bit of clarity, Desi. Question 2 is from Elena. How do I keep my energy up and avoid feeling completely drained? I'm juggling so much right now, and while I love what I do, I can feel burnout creeping in. I know I need to find a better balance, but how do I stay productive without running myself into the ground? Great question, Elena. Balancing the demands of running a business with your own well-being can feel tough, right? You're pouring so much of yourself into your work, but if you're not careful, that hustle can sneakily turn into burnout. Here's where we can talk about how to keep your energy high and your spark alive while still crushing those business goals. Firstly, let's think about what productivity really means. It's not about working every waking second. It's about working smarter, not harder. You can't pour from an empty cup. So keeping your energy tank full is actually part of the job description as an entrepreneur. Here's the deal. We all have natural rhythms when we're at our best. For some, mornings are when the ideas flow and the to-do lists get tackled with ease. For others, creativity strikes in the afternoon or even late at night. Pay attention to when you feel most energized and focused during the day and schedule your most important tasks for these times. The rest, save it for when your brain feels like mush. Things like answering emails or organizing files don't need your peak energy. Another thing, which I know sounds counterintuitive, but stepping away from work can actually make you more productive. Think of breaks as little resets for your brain. Try the Pomodoro technique, which is work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Or go big and schedule longer breaks during the day to recharge. Whether that's a walk outside, a quick workout, or just sitting quietly with your coffee, or tea if you're me. And that is without scrolling on Instagram. These moments of pause will help you get back sharper and more focused. In reality, as entrepreneurs, our work tends to bleed into every corner of our lives if we let it. But here's the thing, boundaries aren't just nice to have, they're essential for protecting your energy. Similarly to my answer to Desi's question, decide when you're on and when you're off, and communicate those boundaries to your family, clients, or whoever needs to know. For example, maybe you don't check emails after 6 p.m, or you block off Sunday mornings for family time or self-care. The key is sticking to these boundaries like they're non-negotiable meetings with yourself. This one is tough, I get it, but saying no is one of the most powerful tools in your arsenal. Every yes is a commitment of your time and energy, so make sure it aligns with your goals and values before agreeing to it. If something doesn't light you up or move your business forward, it's okay to pass. Trust me, protecting your time is one of the best ways to avoid burnout. Also, please make sure you schedule time for self-care. Self-care is not selfish. Whether it's moving your body, eating nourishing food, meditating, journaling, or just getting enough sleep, seriously, don't skip this one. Taking care of yourself isn't optional if you want to show up as your best self for your business and your loved ones. Block out time in your calendar for these activities, just like you would for an important meeting. Sometimes we get so caught up in what's next that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Take a moment each day or each week to reflect on what you've accomplished and give yourself a little pat on the back. Gratitude and celebration are powerful motivators that can help keep burnout at bay. At the end of the day, literally, remember this, running a business is a marathon, not a sprint. You're building something amazing, but it doesn't have to come at the cost of your health or happiness. By managing your energy intentionally and giving yourself permission to rest and recharge, you're not only avoiding burnout, you're going to thrive. Now take that break, Elena. You deserve it. The next question's from Terry. It goes like this. I know I need to start delegating, but honestly, the thought of handing things off makes me so nervous. How do I let go of tasks without feeling like I'm losing control of my business? I've worked so hard to build this, and I want things done in a certain way. But I also know I can't do it all myself. What's the secret to delegating effectively while still making sure everything stays on track? Oh, Terry, I feel you on this one. It's such a vulnerable place to be. Delegating can feel like handing over a piece of your heart because, let's be honest, your business is your baby. You've poured so much time, energy, and passion into building it, and the idea of someone else stepping in can feel really scary. But here's the thing. Delegation isn't about losing control. It's about gaining freedom and focus. So first, let's reframe what delegation really means. It's not about giving up ownership. It's about empowering others to help you carry the load so you can focus on the things only you can do. Think of it this way. When you delegate effectively, you're not just lightening your workload, you're creating space for growth, both for your business and for yourself. My advice is to start small. You don't have to hand over everything at once. Pick one task that feels manageable to let go of, something that takes up time but doesn't require your unique touch or expertise. Maybe it's scheduling social media posts, managing your inbox, or handling customer inquiries. Choose something that feels like a good starting point and ease into the process. The next step is all about clarity and communication. When you delegate, don't just toss a task at someone and hope for the best. Take the time to explain what success looks like. Be specific about your expectations. Provide examples if you need to. Give them the tools they need to succeed. The clearer you are up front, the less likely you'll feel like you need to micromanage later on. Here's a little mindset shift that helped me. Instead of thinking of delegation as losing control, think of it as creating collaboration. When you bring someone onto your team, whether it's an employee or a contractor, or even a virtual assistant, you're not just handing tasks to them, you're inviting them into your vision. Trust them enough to let their strengths shine while staying available for guidance when needed. And yes, mistakes might happen, but guess what? That's okay. No one gets everything perfect right off the gate, including us. Give yourself and whoever you're delegating to some grace as you both learn and grow together. One practical tip that helped me was creating systems and processes for repetitive tasks before delegating them. For example, if there's a way you like things done, say how to onboard new clients or organize files, document it in a simple step-by-step guide or record a quick video walkthrough. This not only helps with consistency, but also gives your team something solid to refer back to without needing constant input from you. Finally, and this is big, remind yourself why you're delegating in the first place. You didn't start your business to spend all day buried in admin work or juggling every single detail alone. You started it because you had a vision, a passion, and something amazing to share with the world. Delegating allows you to step into your role as CEO, the visionary leader who steers the ship while trusting others to help keep it running smoothly. So take a deep breath, Terry. You've got this. Start small, communicate clearly, and trust that letting go doesn't mean losing control. It means getting more time to focus on what truly matters most in your business and your life. You're building something incredible here, and now you get to build a team that helps make it even better. The last question is from Natalie. She says, I've tried all the productivity hacks, planners, and time management strategies, but here's my struggle. I can never seem to stick with anything when life gets crazy. One week, I'm totally crushing my goals, and the next week, everything falls apart. How do successful entrepreneurs actually create habits that last? I want something that works for real life. You know, the messy, unpredictable entrepreneurial journey with kids, unexpected client emergencies, and those days when everything feels like it's falling apart. Natalie, I love this question. Life as an entrepreneur is anything but predictable. One minute you're on top of the world and the next it feels like everything's spiraling out of control. Consistency can feel impossible when chaos strikes. But here's the good news. It's not about being perfect, it's about being adaptable. Life will always throw curveballs, but the secret to staying consistent is learning how to bend without breaking. I think the key is to focus on anchors rather than rigid systems. Anchors are those small, non-negotiable habits that ground your day no matter what's happening around you. Think of them as your bare minimums, the things that keep you tethered to your goals even when everything else feels unpredictable. Maybe it's starting your day with 10 minutes to plan your priorities or ending it by reviewing what you've accomplished and setting intentions for tomorrow. These little rituals create a sense of stability and help you stay connected to what matters most, even when the rest of your day feels like a whirlwind. And here's the thing about anchors. They don't have to be complicated or time-consuming. In fact, the simpler they are, the more likely you'll stick with them. It could be as small as jotting down 3 key tasks for the day, or taking 5 deep breaths before diving into your work. The goal isn't about adding more pressure. It's to create moments of clarity and intention that help you navigate the chaos with a little bit more ease. I do keep repeating this, but building flexibility into your systems is key. Life isn't static, so your approach to time management shouldn't be either. Instead of packing your schedule so tightly that there's no room to breathe, leave some wiggle room for the unexpected. Block off catch-up time in your calendar, an hour or 2 each week where you can handle whatever you didn't get done earlier. Or designate 1 day a week as a buffer day for tying up loose ends. This way, when life happens, because it will, you've already built in space to adapt without feeling like everything's falling apart. And here's where mindset comes into play, because this part is huge. Consistency doesn't mean doing everything perfectly every single day. It means showing up more often than not. It means giving yourself permission to have off days without throwing in the towel completely. Progress isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's built in these moments when you choose to keep going, even if it's just one small step forward. So if a day doesn't go as planned, that's okay. Reset tomorrow and remind yourself that one rough patch doesn't define your journey. Also, let's not forget how powerful accountability can be. Whether it's a business buddy who checks in with you weekly, a coach who helps you stay focused on your big picture goals, or even just a system where you track your progress and celebrate small wins. Having someone or something to hold you accountable can make all the difference when life gets messy. Accountability isn't about pressure, it's about support and encouragement when you need it most. Lastly, let me remind you of this. Consistency isn't about sticking to a rigid plan, it's about creating habits that work with your life, not against it. It's about knowing what truly matters and finding ways to prioritize those things even when things feel chaotic. Some days will be messy, some weeks might feel like a total write-off, but what matters is that you keep coming back to what grounds you. So Natalie, give yourself grace on the hard days and celebrate every small win along the way, because those little victories add up over time. You're building something amazing here, not just in your business, but in how you show up for yourself and your life. And that deserves recognition. Keep pushing forward, even on the messy days. Wow, what an incredible episode. I just want to take a moment to thank you, my amazing community, for showing up, being vulnerable, and sharing your questions with me. Every single one of those questions reminds me how connected we all are in this entrepreneurial journey. Whether it's figuring out how to manage your time, protect your energy, delegate without fear, or stay consistent when life gets messy, there's this beautiful common thread. We're all striving to create lives and businesses that feel aligned, intentional, and fulfilling. What I love most about the questions I've received, they don't just come from a place of wanting to do more, they come from a place of wanting to do better. Better for your business, better for your family, and better for yourself. That's the heart of this community. We're not just chasing success, we're chasing balance, purpose, and joy. So here's my challenge to you. Pick 1 or 2 of the strategies and start today. Efficiency isn't about squeezing every last drop out of your time. It's about designing a life where you can be fully present for your work, your family, and yourself. Maybe it's creating a simple anchor habit that grounds your day, or building in some buffer time to handle life's inevitable curveballs. Whatever it is, start small, stay intentional, and give yourself grace along the way. We have our own unique paths, but remember, you're never alone in this journey. This community is here for you, cheering you on every step of the way. And if you've got any more burning questions, DM me over on Instagram at timeforlivingco or email me at hello@timeforliving.co. Until next time, keep showing up for the life and business you're building because it is worth it. And so are you. Hey friends, thank you so much for tuning in to the Time for Living podcast today. If this episode inspired you to take action and save time, I'd be so grateful if you could leave a written review and subscribe over on Apple Podcasts. Your feedback means the world to me and helps us reach even more amazing people like you. If you know a friend who needs to hear this message, share this episode with them. And remember, your time is precious, so make every moment count. Until next time, keep dreaming, keep living, and keep making time for what matters most.